And I've already put in my username and password, and I'm going to click sign in. And we're going to go to booking. We're going to do individual stateroom. And that will take us to searching for a sailing. So here in this box, we can only go 90 days, maximum of 90 days. So I'm going to put in January 1st, and then it will switch to the 30th. Okay, you're going to put your destination, and if I'm not mistaken, Western Caribbean is always Mexico, Cozumel. 2 to 5 days, or you can pick whichever one, and then your departure point. And I'll pick New Orleans. And right now, if you scroll down, you'll see how many travelers. And I have 2. And then I'm going to click search. Now it brings up a list of different cruises, December 31st being the last one of this year, all the way through the end of January. And I know that you were looking for one that was going through the 12th. So you can either pick January 10th, leaving out, or January 14th. Those are the 2 choices. You pick the 10th. Even if you go here, you'll see the ship name. If you click on the little tidbits, it'll show you the different types of things that go on with the ship, the different characteristics of the ship. And then here, if you click, it'll show you the itinerary. And this is going to Cozumel. So it's going to leave on Thursday and come back Monday. So that's the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and it will be back on the 14th. Okay? So we're going to go through and pick the 10th. Okay? The next thing that comes up, and you don't have to fill out this area right now, you can come back and fill it out, is the different rates. Now, keep in mind when you pick a different rate, you have certain conditions that apply with a different rate. A lot of people do summer fun sale, but you see that it says no upgrades apply. But for all of these, no upgrades apply. All right. And then you see early saver with the reduced deposit. When you pick early saver, make sure that you read what it says. Okay. Let me put that back up here. So for your 2 to 9 day cruises, they're going to be a reduced deposit of $49 per person. Anything that's 10 days and up is going to be $149. Now notice where it says $50 per person fee assessed for ship and sail date changes made prior to the final date. Cancellations prior to the final date receive FCC for a deposit, and that's a fun cruise credit for a deposit amount less $50. Okay. FCC issued in US dollars must be used within 24 months. So basically, this is going to tell you everything right here, and it's applicable on sailings through December 31st, 2020, and this promotion ends on the 31st. Okay. I always like to even ask if my customers want to add on insurance, but we'll do that later. So let's go through, and we're going to pick this one. One of my rules is always tell customers something that you would sell yourself. So if you're not going to sell them an interior room, well, if you are not comfortable in an interior room, then don't sell it. I say always go for ocean view or balcony room. So right now I'm gonna pick a 8D, which is a pretty good balcony room. And there's two buttons over here. But right now we're just gonna do what's called a quick quote. On these you can pick where you want it to be at, where you want your room preference to be. I'm gonna just hit veranda because that's where I want my room preference to be. If you hit select, it'll go through like it's booking. If you hit quick quote, it's the easiest way to show somebody what they're getting. Like if you just need to quote a price for a customer. Again, you'll see the ship name, the destination, and now you see the departure and the debarkation point, which means that it's leaving out of New Orleans and it's coming back to New Orleans, okay? And then this is what's called a Cozumel Plus specialty cruise. Um, if you go to YouTube, it'll show you a little bit more about that.
Cozumel, Mexico has always been one of our...
It's one of the main areas that Carnival sells. So I'm going to hit quick quote. Okay. Now you see the total price. Total price. If you look at the bottom, the final payment, you'll see the pay scale and everything as the payment schedule as well. $98 for 2 people, of course. And the final payment or the grand total is $1,002.80. Okay. I click miscellaneous charges. Miscellaneous charges is basically your taxes and your port fees. Right here, if you click to agent view, which you never let your customer see, you'll actually be able to see how much you will make off of that sailing, your commission. And so right now you'll sit at $107.20 because you make $53.60 off of each person. Okay. And then this is a non-commission cruise amount. It's basically saying what you're not going to make money off of. Okay. Never leave it on commission. Never leave it on agent view. Always switch it to guest view. Now, if you're gonna add gratuity or vacation protection, it will show you what they recommend that you add. And for gratuity, it's $51.80 per person. Okay. Also, it'll ask you if you, so I went on ahead and added that in there. A lot of people don't want to pay it when they get on a ship and they just rather pay it along with the total of everything else. So be sure to ask your customers if they want to handle their gratuity on their own or if they rather for you to put it in there. Okay. And you can't change this gratuity that you're putting in here. This is what Carnival recommends. All right. Would you like to add vacation protection? And I'm going to tell you why I add vacation protection. I actually had a couple that had a death in the family, and they were going to do the funeral on the day that they were going to be on the cruise. And because of the terms and conditions of which they got their cruise under, which was a reduced deposit, Carnival would have only given them 20% of their total money back. So sometimes it's better to have it than to not have it. So I can add both of these on here. Now, if they know that they're going to definitely go on a cruise and nothing's going to happen, then you might not have to add that. So you see it added it $65, $65. So it's $130 for them to have it. Okay. So I would click save and continue. And you can see that it's really, really short time. You also know that it bumped it up a little bit, actually quite a lot, that deposit, because they added on that vacation protection. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just take this off here, but I showed you how to add that on. And hit submit changes. Okay. And I'll take this gratuity off. Okay. So we're back to the original deposit and the final payment. So we're going to hit save and continue. Uh-oh. Let's try it again. Save and continue. All right, so here's the booking creation right here. So anytime you want to upgrade a customer or a client, you can do that. And it just says for $57.50 more per person per day, they can get a suite. If not, then just hit no thank you. Okay. And now you're going to come to selecting your room. Okay. So sometimes Carnival works right, sometimes it doesn't, but this will actually show you what a stateroom looks like. So if a customer has a question on what it looks like, you can always send them a snapshot. And this says, of course, maximum of 2 guests, and it's a balcony room. And then it tells what it will turn into. So it's 2 twin beds that convert to a king. And you can ask that the beds be, I know on some other cruise ships, they'll ask, do you want the beds hooked together or things of that nature? Do you want the beds apart or do you want them hooked together? All right. And it just basically still tells whatever else is in the room. Here's a floor plan. This is what it looks like. When you enter the door, your bathroom is to the right. And then, of course, you have a little couch sitting area. Okay. And your balcony over here. If you want to do the 360 view, you can do that as well. And it basically shows you, and it may be a different color when you get there, but from what I remember in the 2 cruises that I've taken, it's like this peach color that you're seeing right here. Okay. All right. And so this is what's called a deck plan. And basically right now what you're doing is you're actually looking at the deck plan. And your category is 8C, which would be these light rose colored rooms. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And all of your rooms are here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pick a room. All right. And you notice that they have little dots and things by them. You can actually go across them and see what they have. All of these rooms are, I take that back. All of these cabins are available. Some of them can fit actually 3 guests or 4 guests, and it will tell you that. And all of them must be registered in order to stay in the cabin. You can't just register 2 people. You can't put 2 people in a cabin and have 4 people staying in there. Okay. So, we're gonna look for 7. Let's see. This is as close as we can get. So we're gonna look for 7348, and it's over here, and it's 2 guests, and so that's what we're gonna pick. Just want to see where it is on the ship, so I'm gonna click select. And it'll bring up this screen, and you'll fill in all of the information because you need your customer's information to do that. Now here are your dining preferences. If they want to do late dining, you click late dining. If they want to do your time, which is when they can go anytime they want, they do have the option of that, and then early dining as well too. So I'm just gonna put your time. Okay. All right. And again, it's gonna ask you about gratuity. Okay. And you can say yes or no. Now, dining cross reference is like if you have a party of people and you want to put everybody's number in there. You cannot do it for group reservations. Like if you have, in group reservations, you have to have at least 8 cabins. So if you have 6 cabins and you know everybody's individual reservation number, then you put them in there and they will group your people together if you want them to eat dinner together. Okay. Okay. All right. I can't go further than this to press save and continue because I don't have anybody in here. But I hope that this will help you um, in actually, reserving a cabin. So going through and, doing a cabin. Thank you.